So what we're doing today is, the plan's a little bit flexible, but the aim is basically to go around the Isle of Mull, stop off at a couple of spots, Torren rocks especially I want to give a wee go at, then work up past Iona, up towards Callier Point, and then sort of just basically work away right back around Mull, back down to Oban. The plan at the moment is just to spend the night somewhere up the west coast of Mull. So I'm just going to set myself up for a wee bit of pollack fishing, get the mackerel gear out, there must be a few around by now, and take it from there really. Nice enough fish for a start. It didn't put up much of a fight. See what else is down there. A few of the fish today haven't been fighting very hard, but this one's a little bit better. Let them off at this side, I think. Just playing for a while. Enthusiastic in some, but it's not a very big one. The biggest I've had so far here today is just a little over 6 pounds. It's nothing very big. Plenty in the 4 to 5 pound range. Another one in the same sort of bracket. Ah well, trying for a few mackerel there, but picked up this little lawns, so there's clearly a few bait fish around, so let's see if we can pick up a few more and then head west a bit further, hopefully come in useful later on, but we shall see. I think it's time to stop ashore for a wee bit. This is just one of the little beaches that scattered across the southwest coast of Mull. Very, very pretty. You can see it's not exactly crowded, so we'll just anchor up off it. Just take advantage of the fact there's not much in the way of swell today. Well, that's us just nicely ashore. I'll not get to hang around too long. Tide is dropping now, but these beaches are fairly steep too, so I'll just pull off in the anchor in a wee while. But maybe pop ashore, get a cup of coffee sorted. Stretch my legs anyway. Well, just going to transfer some fuel. I've done over 40 miles in this tank. There's still some left in it, but I don't want to be running out up in the Torrent rocks over there. So I got this wee beast here about a year ago. It actually seems to do the trick. It's a semi-automated siphon. Just pop it in here and jiggle away. And that's it. This is what the Torrent Reef is full of. Loads and loads and loads of coalies. So it's a full house, that one. We'll get them back. Try anchoring up for an hour or so. Give it a wee go with some bottom bait. No sign of mackerel out here though, unless they're lost amongst all the coalfish. Anyway. Well, it's getting on for about 6:30, 7 o'clock now. So put the bottom robs down. Got the first mackerel for the day just a few minutes ago, just after I put the old frozen stuff down as bait. So I got 4, which is more than enough to do me for bait tonight. So we're just perched in about 120 foot sandy bottom, right alongside a rocky slope. So give it an hour or two and see how we get on. As you can see, it's a gorgeous evening here. Couldn't really ask for much better. Actually, the warmest it's been all day. So that's Mull behind me. I'm just right down the southwest of Mull, between the Torrent rocks and the Sound of Iona right now. So I think for overnight, I think we're going to head up. We've got a choice of a couple of locations. Either just going to be on the north side of the Ross of Mull, or possibly up to Alva and tuck in there on the north side there. So I'm just going to stay out at anchor, I think. More midgy friendly, a lot less hassle to be honest, if you can get somewhere sheltered. I'll just have a wee scan round here. So you should be able to see Iona behind me. Quite low lying, pink granite, a lot of sand. Very shallow. The Sound of Iona is only a few feet deep, so I might take a wee drift through it, see how we get on. But for now, it's going to get something to drink, a wee bit to eat, and just sit down and watch the rods for an hour or so. Well, it's probably the last little session before I pack it in for the day. Getting on for about 9 o'clock now. So just drifting through the Sound of Iona here. It's only about 25 feet, sandy bottom. So just a wee drift to see if there's any flatties about. Don't really care, to be honest. Just a lovely evening to be afloat. They couldn't ask for a much nicer spot to spend the night. We just anchored up on about 18-20 feet of water here. Lovely little sandy bay on the north side of the Ross of Mull. So, pretty tired now, so I'm just going to get a few hours kip. Wind's forecast to get up a bit from the south, but that's the direction we're sheltered from here. So, yeah, not a bad wee day. Well, hopefully this video comes out. Getting a wee bitty dark now. But I just thought I'd show you how the boat's set up for camping overnight. there's plenty of space. So the essence is pretty straightforward. Move everything to one side, and lay out the mats and stuff, and the sleeping bag on the free space. So must be about 12 or 14 feet here. It's well, 12 feet anyway. It must be usable. So I'm barely using half of it. Put the boat cover on. So short of it tipping with rain, it's going to be pretty dry in here. Pretty well insulated. So it's a bit like a giant tent. There's plenty of room because of the cuddy's fairly big, and then obviously the length of the boat. Can get a wee bit pongy, obviously, being summer and all, but what I tend to do is I've got the bivvy bag on the ground floor, just a cheapy plastic thing that you use as an emergency shelter if you're out in the hills. So basically it's just a layer of polythene on the floor, then a foam mat, and then an air mat on top of that. Just get a bit more insulation, really, a bit more give. And then just a sleeping bag. So it's really quite straightforward. Let's say there's plenty of space. More headroom than you would get in far more space than you get in a tent, to be honest. That's me up. Breakfast on the go. A couple of bacon rolls and coffee or two will do me this morning. But looking around me this morning, a wee bit of cloud, although I think it'll probably burn off later on. The wind's picked up a wee bit as forecast. Chucked a wee rod out for flatties, just while I cook my breakfast. I think we'll mosey on up past the Ardmeenich Peninsula up to Alva, and then on to Treshnish, Cailleach Point. I came into this ground a couple of years ago on foot. It's really hard to get into along here. Probably difficult to make out in the video, but it's very, very hard, rough ground. No trail in. Area in here is just called the wilderness. It's just what it's marked as on the map. Cliffs there are 1,000 getting on for 1,500 feet high. Plenty of eagles and the like. So just layer upon layer of lava in here. So I'm just having a wee drift along here. And a couple of small pollack, beautifully coloured, but nothing sizable. Sitting about 30-35 feet of water. There's a beautifully coloured fish, just taking close in. It's nice size, not huge. Rainy is a large wreck, 15,000 tonnes or thereabouts, I think. Was a passenger liner. Got converted to a troop ship and got torpedoed. So it was actually just abandoned and left drifting. And it just drifted ashore here, just beside Cailleach Point. So it's pretty much broken up now. There's some big chunks of wreckage show. There's clearly stuff down there showing 20 feet or more. Most of it's just plates on the seabed, I think, nowadays. So Just the boilers and the engine is left. Another coalfish. Let's call this wood right here. Well, nice wee spur dog. Not quite a double, but close to it. Wasn't really expecting it. I was actually fishing for wrasse and bottom fish, but I'll take it. Anyway, back she goes. Well, this is Bloody Bay, right at the top of the north end of the Sound of Mull. So basically I've packed up the fishing for now. Still got a couple of hours to run down the Sound of Mull before I get back to Oban. We'll call it a halt. 2 or 3 spur dogs, the last spot I tried. Nothing much else. Kind of hoping to get a wrasse or some other bottom fish, but overall, been a fine wee trip this, I think. It's more just exploring around than fishing, to be honest, but it's kind of one of the things I like to do. So fish most places I tried. Quite a few coalfish on the wreck of the Urania, and loads of them down at Torren Rock. But decent pollack, a little bit on the short side. The best was only about 6.5, and quite a lot of them are a bit smaller than that. Anyway, been a fine weekend, so I can't complain, that's for sure.